7 alarming climate change stats you need to know. If you think climate change is just a future problem, think again. The Earth is changing right now, faster than scientists predicted. From the melting Arctic ice caps to the burning Amazon rainforest, the signs are everywhere. We're seeing more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and mass extinctions. Did you know the last 8 years have been the hottest on record, or that we're losing a football field of rainforest every second? The truth is, we're at a tipping point. The choices we make today will determine the fate of our planet. Stay till the end, because stat number 1 is the most shocking. It might change how you live forever. Here in the Arctic, the sun barely dips below the horizon, even in what they call summer. It's a land of stark beauty, home to polar bears, walruses, and vast colonies of seabirds. But this frozen world is changing, and quickly. The Arctic is warming 4 times faster than the rest of the planet. The ice, once a permanent fixture, is now melting at an alarming rate. If this continues, summer sea ice could disappear entirely by 2035. That's within our lifetime. This isn't just a problem for the Arctic and its inhabitants. Melting ice contributes to rising sea levels, which threatens coastal communities worldwide. Imagine cities like Miami, Shanghai, even London, slowly being swallowed by the sea. Millions of people displaced, entire cultures lost. And it's not just rising sea levels we need to worry about. The melting Arctic permafrost is releasing methane, a greenhouse gas far more potent than carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. This creates a dangerous feedback loop, accelerating the pace of climate change even further. The Arctic is sending us a message, a desperate plea for help. It's a message we can't afford to ignore. Deep within the heart of South America lies a vast expanse of green, a place teeming with life unlike anywhere else on Earth. The Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of the planet, plays a crucial role in regulating the global climate. Or at least it used to. For millennia, the Amazon has acted as a massive carbon sink, absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. But now this vital ecosystem is in peril. Deforestation, driven by logging, mining and agriculture, is stripping the Amazon at an unprecedented rate. We've already lost 20% of the Amazon rainforest. If we lose another 5%, reaching a critical threshold of 25%, the Amazon could reach a tipping point, transforming from a carbon sink into a carbon source. Imagine that, the very lungs of our planet, spewing out carbon dioxide instead of absorbing it. This deforestation isn't just a tragedy for the countless species that call the Amazon home, it's a threat to us all. The Amazon's demise would release billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, accelerating climate change and pushing us closer to a point of no return. But here's the truly alarming part. You might be unknowingly contributing to this destruction. The products you buy, the food you eat, even the clothes you wear could be linked to deforestation in the Amazon. Our planet is a tapestry of life, a complex web of interconnected ecosystems teeming with an astonishing array of plants and animals. From the tiniest insects to the largest whales, every species plays a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of nature. But this biodiversity, the very essence of life on Earth, is under threat. Climate change, coupled with habitat destruction, pollution, and other human-induced pressures, is pushing countless species towards the brink. Scientists estimate that 1 million species face extinction, many within our lifetime. That's 1 out of every 8 species on Earth. Imagine a world without the roar of lions in the African savanna, the vibrant colors of coral reefs, or the gentle hum of bees pollinating our crops. The loss of even a single species can have cascading effects throughout the entire ecosystem, disrupting food chains, spreading disease, and ultimately threatening our own survival. This isn't just about saving the polar bears or the tigers, although their plight is critical. This is about preserving the intricate web of life that sustains us all. It's about protecting the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat. Chapter 4. Climate refugees are on the rise. Across the globe, from low-lying islands to drought-stricken regions, a new kind of displacement is occurring, one driven by the very forces of nature we are ourselves disrupting. These are the climate refugees, people forced to flee their homes due to the increasingly devastating impacts of climate change. Rising sea levels are swallowing entire islands, forcing communities to abandon their ancestral lands. Extreme weather events like hurricanes, floods, and wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. In 2023 alone, over 20 million people were displaced by climate-related disasters. And the UN warns that this is just the beginning. By 2050, we could have over 200 million climate refugees. People forced to leave their homes, their livelihoods, their entire lives behind, all because of a crisis they did little to create. These are not just numbers on a page, these are real people, families, communities torn apart by the very real impacts of climate change. The world must wake up to the plight of climate refugees and provide them with the support and protection they desperately need. Chapter 5. The ocean is acidifying faster than ever. We often forget that our planet is a blue planet, covered mostly by the vast expanse of the ocean. The ocean is not just a breathtaking spectacle of life, it plays a crucial role in regulating our climate. It acts as a massive carbon sink, absorbing about 25% of all carbon dioxide emissions. But this vital service comes at a cost. As the ocean absorbs more and more carbon dioxide, the chemistry of the water is changing. It's becoming more acidic, a process known as ocean acidification. This increasing acidity is having a devastating impact on marine life, particularly on creatures with shells and skeletons made of calcium carbonate like corals, oysters, and even tiny plankton. Imagine a world without coral reefs, those vibrant underwater cities that support a quarter of all marine species. That's the reality we'd face if we don't act now. Ocean acidification isn't just a problem for marine life, it's a problem for all of us. It threatens our food security, our livelihoods, and the very health of our planet.
Check 1, check 2, check.
Chapter 6. The 1.5 degrees Celsius limit is almost broken. For decades, scientists have warned us about a critical threshold, a point of no return for our planet. The Paris Agreement, a landmark international accord, set a goal of limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius. This isn't just an arbitrary target. It's a critical threshold, beyond which the impacts of climate change become increasingly catastrophic and irreversible. But here's the alarming truth. We're already at 1.2 degrees Celsius of warming, and we're on track to surpass 1.5 degrees Celsius within the next few years. Every fraction of a degree of warming matters. It means more extreme heat waves, more intense droughts, more destructive wildfires, more powerful hurricanes, and more coastal erosion. The window of opportunity to avert the worst impacts of climate change is rapidly closing. We need urgent, ambitious action from governments, businesses, and individuals to transition away from fossil fuels, invest in renewable energy, protect our forests, and change our consumption patterns. Chapter 7. Fossil fuel companies knew this all along. Here's the most shocking part of this story, a truth that has been buried for far too long. The fossil fuel industry, those who profited most from our reliance on oil, gas, and coal, knew about the dangers of climate change decades ago. As far back as the 1970s, their own scientists warned them about the potential for catastrophic global warming. But instead of heeding these warnings, they chose to prioritize their profits over the health of our planet. They engaged in a deliberate campaign of misinformation, sowing doubt about the science of climate change and delaying action for decades. They funded think tanks and lobbyists to spread their propaganda, casting doubt on the overwhelming scientific consensus. They poured billions into political campaigns, ensuring that politicians who supported their agenda remained in power. It's time to hold these companies accountable for their actions. They knew the risks, and they chose to ignore them, putting our planet and our future in jeopardy. Outro: every action counts. The statistics we've explored today paint a stark and sobering picture of the climate crisis gripping our planet. But here's the good news: you can make a difference. Every action, no matter how small, can contribute to a greener, healthier future. Switch to renewable energy, support brands that are eco-friendly, vote for leaders who take climate action, reduce waste and spread awareness. We can't afford to wait for governments or corporations to solve this crisis for us. The time for action is now. If you learned something today, hit like and subscribe for more eco-friendly content. And don't forget, comment green below if you're ready to fight for a greener tomorrow.